Now, last year, the South African Music Rights Organization, SAMRO, together with the Arts and Culture Trust, ACT, presented the Icons Talk, where the legendary Caiphus Semenya addressed music makers and other industry enthusiasts and practitioners. The talk also served as a networking session for those present and an opportunity to look at some of the music traditions that were destroyed by apartheid. Needless to say, it went down real well, so well that the second Icons Talk will take place next Saturday, and this time it's the iconic trumpeter and music educator Johnny Mekoa who will address the audience on Township-based big bands and how they've always been a place where instrumentalists are bred and can continue to serve our communities. Now, Arts and Culture Trust Program Coordinator Karabo joins us now to tell us more about this. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, Lebo.
Talk to us about when SAMRO and ACT sat down to discuss, for the first time, discuss something like this, and what was, the inspiration behind that?
So the Arts and Culture Trust and SAMRO, we've been partnering. SAMRO sponsors the Lifetime Achievement Award for Music, and they've been doing it for several years now. What we spoke to with the previous CEO of SAMRO, Sipho Dlamini, he had said that he would like us to include an element in the Arts and Culture Trust Awards thing where we can actually include SAMRO members, because the awards itself is quite a closed event and it's by invite only, so we can't extend it to SAMRO members. So that's where the whole idea of the Icons Talk and the networking session was born. It was an opportunity for us to bring those icons to the SAMRO members so that they can, engage with them, and also so that SAMRO members can network with each other and really try and find connections amongst each other.
All right, Caiphus Semenya was the one who did the first one.
Yes.
What did he focus on?
Caiphus Semenya's talk was really focused on, his theme was cutting out the copycats and finding our own signature.
Yeah.
So he really focused on, he was really encouraging young South African musicians to find their own signature, to not go too much with trying to be American or picking up American styles or other styles of music, and he really focused on how his journey in the USA and how him and Mam Letta survived was because they had their own signature. And he spoke a lot about Mam Miriam Makeba, who's also a previous Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and he essentially said the same thing, that they survived in the USA because they had their own signature and they didn't blend in. So his talk really focused on that.
The next person is Johnny Mekoa. He's going to touch on Township big bands.
Yes.
How did that come about?
So Ndata Johnny was basically saying that essentially his talk is going to be about how Township big bands were spaces where young black people could learn how to play musical instruments. So his life, he really struggled to get formal training in music, to get into music schools because of the previous regime. So what he did was that he used to play in bands in Sophiatown and whatnot. So he's going to discuss how the apartheid government almost destroyed that, because when they destroyed Sophiatown and they removed all the and they made people move and whatnot, they destroyed township bands, and those were actually spaces where young black musicians could learn how to play instruments, how to do music. So his focus is on that, and he's talking about the resurgence of that and how young musicians nowadays actually come together, and especially jazz musicians, and how jazz has grown, and South African jazz, the quality of South African jazz is like international standards, and he's talking about how that is all coming together.
And who's invited? Who's expected to benefit from this?
So the people who are invited are strictly SAMRO members. An invitation was sent out. We had limited space for 40 people. So right now RSVPs were supposed to close on Monday, but I've already closed RSVPs because we've got about 60 people who've RSVP'd.
Oh, wow.
But we will be shooting a video and we will be sharing it on the Arts and Culture Trust and the SAMRO social media pages. And what we'll do is, if people have any questions, they can engage on the videos, and we'll send those questions through to Ndata Mekoa, where he can actually answer some of the questions. All
right. Very informative. Karabo, thank you so much for talking to us. Speaking to us about the upcoming Icons Talk, which will see jazz legend Johnny Mekoa address the crowd on the Township big bands and the role they play in programs coordinator is, of course, a programs coordinator at ACT, Karabo Legoabe. ACT and SAMRO will host the second Icons Talk on Saturday, the 18th of February at SAMRO House in Braamfontein. RSVPs are are closed. So you can access it online. All right, let's take a quick ad break. We're back after this.